No, the weeder is there. I was almost about to mulch my barley. Alright, it's time for the last harvest of the year. And then I do have some canola stored that I can sell today as well. But first I have to start here in October by selling the juice, because it's gonna go up in price by November and I want to sell them as cheap as I can, just because they're overpowered. And also I need to roll this before I jump over to a new month. Anyways, welcome back. This is another episode of the Countryside Lands, and I'm just getting ready for the harvest. I just have to have enough money in my bank account to jump over. I think I've mentioned this almost every episode in the recent past, but I don't want to go into the negatives and want to be able to afford the leasing, not the leasing, but the financing costs, because it's going to be more expensive. The game actually doesn't put me into the negative. It just tells me that I couldn't afford it and now I have to pay more. So I cannot really risk not having enough money. So actually I think I should be good here by putting a worker on here. I'll just do that, see how well it does. Actually no, sorry. No, don't. I need this tractor here to lift the juice pallets. Okay, that didn't look right. Okay, let me drive this over. And we will get the worker going there. Alright, that should be the worker on, yeah. And this one. Now the trailer is actually occupied. Oh no, that's not good. I think I need to unload that. Well, there hasn't been a better time for a time-lapse, I think. Alright, now that didn't take too long. Okay, it's almost done as well, and as you can tell, our money has gone up. That is probably because I put the juice on selling. Oh no, what did I do there? I dropped... oh no. I dropped my forks, I think they're called. The pallet fork section of the front loader. I wasn't paying attention. I hope... I'll fix that later. What I was saying is that I put the apple juice production on selling, so that I wouldn't be having to bother with all of that thing there, all the pallet stacking and whatnot, but that is why our money went up, I'm guessing. Let me take a look at the finances here. In October we do have property income, that's the generator, and then we have 1,000 for sold products. That is fine, I think. Like I say, I feel like it's a little bit overpowered, at least to my playstyle, but you know, if we want to actually progress, you know, faster than every 10th episode or something, then that's cool. Then I'm thinking it should be fine. It's not a high amount of sum, really. 1,000 per hour though. That's like 24,000 a day. But that's we'll see if it actually feels broken and we're progressing way too fast, then maybe I will take it out of commission completely. But at this time I'm gonna be selling it at the lowest price and automatically as well. So we're not stockpiling it to sell at the highest price like we're doing with the tomatoes and the honey and basically every product that we have here. Now this is not going to be perfectly stacked. I do not mind. Oh no, I do mind if it's gonna collapse though. Alright, let's just lower all the sections. No, it's still lifting up. There you go. Ah, that's good. Yeah, let me go back on a time lapse, I suppose. Alright, now that went well. Stacking 3 on top of each other is kind of sketchy. Luckily they're relatively stable. So where to sell them, sorry. Not tomatoes, just the okay, also the honey, that's in March, okay. I'm just checking here, flowers, December. I think most things are in December actually. What do I have here? Apple juice. Yeah, you look, the spike next month is going to be too close to 5,000, so let's just go to the closest one. That is actually also one of the cheaper ones. Small farmers kiosk, yeah. That is the closest. No, this is the closest. The warehouse is the closest. But it's more, so I'm going to go to the small farmers kiosk. Our usual spot. Our roller worker seems to be well on his way. He just has, yeah, half a headland. So that's good. We should be able to jump over to November very soon here. Okay, it's been a while since we've been here. The calves. We have 2 generations of calves now. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's not dilly-dally too long here. I'm gonna try to sell this. This tractor actually has struggled a little bit with pulling this here. 15,000, that's kind of a lot. Oh. Oh man, I was maybe thinking this would give us 25 or so thousand, but 50,000 in? That's a lot. Is this correct? I mean, that's, I guess. Yeah, definitely. 3 times 15 is 45, so we're just about above there, yeah. And this includes the bonus as well, so that's why it's higher. Alright, we are back here. Let me just leave the front loader there. The worker is done. Oh no, I need the front loader, sorry. I need to move the wool. 2 pallets of wool, that's pretty good. I was thinking that, what is it called? This extra money. I feel like it should go into some sort of sink, like something, because it's really not money that I feel that I have worked for. The production for it is so cheap. We can buy 3 more productions just for the profit here. So, but maybe I should just accept it and just not go further into it. But you know, accept the mistake essentially. I was thinking a typical sink would be like a generator. Of course we get money back, but they are kind of bad investments in a way. They're expensive. Oh, I know exactly what it should be. But yeah, I was gonna say they're expensive. They don't yield generally kind of well. They do help a little bit, but they're not like something to just invest in and stop working in a way. But I was thinking a house. I can build myself a house with this extra money if, I mean, there's probably cost way more. Maybe actually like a shed kind of thing. But I was thinking, when I said house, I was actually thinking of farmhouses. The house we have is 135. Yeah. I cannot afford that. I could afford this. Let me just take a look here though at the generators. Yeah, they're very expensive. I don't know, maybe worst case I'll just hang on to it. I could decorate my thing a little bit better. I could do some like lights and stuff, but they're not expensive. But yeah, I will definitely think about that a little bit. But let me now get this guy out of the field before we switch to the different months. What did I put in here? Let me check. Can't remember. It's been a few days since last. Last fruit. Barley. Okay. Good. Barley was supposed to go in the sunflowers, but I messed up the timing on that. Alright. Actually, there is one thing I could do, and that is the manure heap. Now, sure, that's sorry, it's here, silos. That is like an investment. I was thinking of putting it here, but the pile is in the way. Can't really put it anywhere else. I don't really have the time to be moving that pile. Yeah, well, I will jump over here and get over into November, I suppose. Okay, we are in November now. As you can tell, the money went up again. I think that the selling of the apples automatically is even more lucrative than I thought. I'm just so like conflicted with this, because this isn't like a specific challenge, so I shouldn't have to be stressing out over this. Still low, but it feels just cheap, you know. I mean, I did spend like 15,000 or something into solid fertilizer, but I've paid that down way over a few more times actually. What? Yes, but I'll just keep it in. You know, things are expensive late game, so shouldn't be too much of a problem. But now it's time for the sunflowers. Did I put the header away somewhere smart? Oh no, that's not the header. Oh god, don't drive. Oh god, such a brute, just driving into everything. Yeah, it's over here. No, whoa, 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 whoa. I'm just so... just looks like I'm drunk. Alright, that's the header on, and we can get over to field 32. I've been mentioning that I want to name these fields. Actually, I want to do it just now. I'm just going to do it now. I don't have a good name for any of them. I've just thought of the name Gregory. I'm not going to name all of them human names, but this one can be called Gregory. Let's name this one... No, not... I was going to... Okay, let's just call it Honeyfield, because it's close to the honey. Alright. I'll probably think of better names for the other ones. So let me get going here immediately on a little time lapse. This should take a while actually. It's a large field, Gregory. I'll see you in... Oh no, I missed. I'll see you in a bit though.
Like a crab that's molten from a shell, I crawl out uncomfortably. Like a daughter who only wishes well, I've got you caught in front of me. So we're back to the same old holiday, but it's gonna feel different. Revolve, I revolved around you. Evolve, can you love something new? It's a hard, hard bargain that you drive, and sometimes I think why make the trade just one more little time. Your respect for my autonomy. I remember lessons that you taught. Forgive my gullibility, and it's not my fault that you forgot. I took it all so seriously. Revolve, I revolved around you. Evolve, can you love something new? Revolve, I revolved around you. Evolve, can you love something new?
Alright then, that was a full harvester. That's what, 60% of the field almost, so I won't get a full one. Not another one filled, but close, I think. Maybe 60% filled. And again, it seems that I have just barely made it to the end before it filled up, but I made that pass in the middle so that I would have the space to actually unload. There you go. Alright. It's filling up slowly but surely. Now the yield, as you can tell on the map there, it's not as good as previous harvest. I think it might have been something to do with you know, the fertilizing, and I didn't do it properly, or didn't roll, or something missing at least. Or maybe it's just percentage. No, I was thinking maybe it's different percentage because it's sunflowers, but I don't think it should matter. Unless the pH is off, you know. That could be a thing as well. Alright. Now I will throw a worker on the rest here. So just so that I can cart between back and forth. I don't think we have to worry about... What is he doing? Okay, no. You don't have to do that, sir. Maybe actually it will be quicker if I do it myself. I just wanna get him going at least. If I start driving in here, maybe he will realize it and just continue from there. And also maybe I have to do this way. Where are you going? You're just aligning? Yes. I think that's the problem. I was using just pressing H without putting the GPS worker on. and I think that just starts them on a generic work program in a way. It does appear that he's doing something. I think it's fine. I'll take over for the rest of him if he's not done when I'm done. But first, let me see. I doubt that the sunflowers are ready to sell immediately. I think nothing in the game actually works that way. Where am I looking here? Sunflowers. Oh yeah, it's dipping, so it's only March. It's gonna be the same month as the corn and... No, not corn, the honey. Corn I think is later, June or something. But what I will do here is pick up the canola and run over somewhere to sell it. Alright. I don't know, there wasn't too much there. Oh, but the canola... Yeah, it's gonna fit all in this trailer here. Where do I sell it though? That's the question. Canola's probably up top. Now I want to look for the best price, and that is at Store City. And now I can see that the price is going to be better in December. But I think it's fine. Where's Store City? Is it in the town? Oh yeah, it's there. Okay, it's there. I've delivered there before. And look at the worker on Gregory is not doing what it's supposed to be doing. I think it's fine though. Shouldn't be too much of a trouble. Oh yeah, we also need to weed this field over here. Unlike what we did with... Look at how sparse it is. Sorry, unlike what we did with Tiny. We didn't weed that at the right time. We need to weed and fertilize this field. Alright, here we are. We might actually tip into the 100,000 bracket here. Oh yeah, 33,500. That is decent. That is definitely worth it. I don't think we will see any real profits from the milk production until next year, just because they're growing. I don't have enough sheep. No, yeah, the sheep don't help. I don't have enough cows really to help with the production. I need to wait for them to grow up and start producing. But every single generation we get more and more, so it should be good. We still have more than enough TMR. That's perfect. And now the farmer worker on the harvester seems to be getting... Yeah, he's starting to do actually the section where he's supposed to be working. So let me put this back where it's supposed to be. And I will start with weeding field 81. And then get over to harvesting. No, not harvesting. I have to wait a few months for that. I was thinking of fertilizing. Now I have geniusly, if that's a word, closed off the... No, that's the mulcher. No, the weeder is there. I was almost about to mulch my barley. Good thing I double checked. And for this I will need the front weight. And we should be good. And if there haven't been enough time lapses today, then I will add one in here as well. Oh well, it looks like I fertilize this last episode? I can't remember. But it looks like I don't have to because I put too much on. And that might affect our score bonus. Let me just take a look at that. I always was confused by this. How would you get a environmental score bonus for using synthetic fertilizer? You know, it kind of feels opposite to me, but yeah, this one doesn't have nitrogen. Should I maybe do that? I did that though, right? Yeah, but it's too much though. Maybe there's something wrong there. But yeah, it looks like nitrogen is already on there. It doesn't need anything else. I'm just looking now. I can see that our grass fields need it, so I'll just get that done instead. Alright, I don't think I'll bother with the other one. That was a very weird... Look at the patches. I'm not sure if the sensor picked up everything that it was supposed to. But in any case, I think it's fine. Don't need to fertilize that, I don't think. It might affect the general score, but I'm not really too bothered with that. Now, I'll just put this here. It's probably not the best place. But I was just thinking, I wanna have enough room for the manure heap sort of thing. So I'll try not to block it with machines. Oh no. Keep driving over. It's almost like I'm doing it on purpose. But I swear I'm not. But yeah, this field here is going to be fallow until the spring, I think. So I don't think I have to do anything with it today. Also, why am I doing this? I'm just gonna have to drive the harvester over the other way. Oh well, I'm here now. Not gonna be too much of a difference. But yeah, with our work cut shirt on field 81, I don't think there's too much left for us to do today. We've accomplished a lot. We do have about 60,000 that I feel like we shouldn't have, but that's what you get when you're trying these modded productions out. They're kind of inexpensive. I was a little bit afraid before I started using it that this would happen, but like I said, I'm just gonna stick with it for now. Maybe use up the fertilizer. Let's just call it economically good years, like the golden age of the like whatever. You know, actually, one thing I can do is try to drive over more of our. Oh no! So I'll show you just what I'm thinking instead of trying to explain it in too many words. Oh, we do still have so much. So these here are. This is some sort of mod that I have, and it's just definitely gonna be too cheap to be worth it, I think. So I'm ignoring them. I'm also gonna ignore these guys here because they are so cheap and slow. So my plan is actually, I did mention this a few episodes back, I think, was to buy this guy. And he is 150. We're not far off, and that's the bakery. So, no wait. Maybe I need to buy the grain mill first, and that's 288. So maybe the apple juice isn't as bad as I thought. You know, it's just gonna put us like 10 episodes ahead instead of grinding away. Well, anyways, thank you very much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe on your way out, and I hope that you enjoyed and that you join next time when we start selling even more. You know, the usual December selling. Tomatoes, not honey, fabric maybe, I don't know. Maybe it isn't that much actually, but I feel like the winter is always the best time to sell. Goodbye.